felt like you're just wasting time on social media, posting on Instagram, responding to DMs, trying to keep up with the LinkedIn comments? Maybe you're using a social media management tool, but it feels like you're managing the tool more than you're managing your content. And honestly, that was me until I made a big switch. In today's episode, I'm going to share exactly why I made this switch, and I'm going to tell you about what I love about this tool. So if you are tired about juggling social media platforms, missing important messages, or just struggling with what insights you should be tracking and what are the good insights, well, you're going to want to listen to this episode. Welcome to this week's Rocky Mountain Marketing Quickcast. This is your go-to source for actionable advice and the latest news in social media and digital marketing. Every Thursday in just 8 to 12 minutes, I'm going to be delivering quick, impactful tips to help you stay ahead in the fast-paced digital landscape. I'm your host, Katie Brinkley. Let's dive into today's episode. Welcome back to this week's Rocky Mountain Marketing Quickcast. Today I'm going to be talking about a topic that's it is going to save you a ton of time. It's going to save you a ton of stress and maybe even some money. I'm talking about social media management tools and specifically why I made this switch. So look, I get it. We're all looking for that perfect tool that makes managing social media easier, right? There's all these platforms out there, from Threads to LinkedIn to Twitter, whatever it is. There's a ton of different platforms out there, and omnipresence, you need to be everywhere, right? And for a while, there was a tool, I talked about it in my book even, and that tool for me was Loomly. But as my business grew and my needs changed, I needed something more powerful, something that gave me way better insights, and that's when I found Metricool. So in this episode, I'm going to tell you exactly what Metricool offers, why I think it's a better fit for my business, and how you can decide if it's the right tool for you and your business. Before I talk about Metricool, let me start by saying that Loomly is a fantastic tool. I used it for years. It is user-friendly, it's clean, it's perfect for basic social media scheduling. Heck, I even wrote about it in my book, The Social Shift. If you're a solo entrepreneur or a small team looking for a simple way to manage your content, it might be just what you need. But as I started taking on more clients and managing more platforms, I needed something that did more than just schedule posts. I needed deeper analytics, a seamless inbox for managing messages, and a way to automate reoccurring content. Loomly just was not that fit for us anymore. So what's so great about Metricool? For me, it all comes down to the three key things: analytics, inbox management, and automation. First, the analytics dashboard. So, man, you know me, I love my data. If we're posting on social media and we can't figure out what's working, what's the point, right? So, and with Metricool, you get in-depth insights across Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, even Google Ads, and your website. I can see what content is performing the best, track follower growth, and even dive into audience demographics. Second is the unified inbox. This is a game changer. All of my DMs, my comments, and my messages from Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and even YouTube are right there in one place. No more need to jump in between apps. And last but not least, automation. Metricool's auto list feature lets me set up recurring content that posts automatically. And this is perfect for evergreen content like podcast episodes, client testimonials, or some of my best performing blog posts. So I want to do a quick comparison next. So let's do a quick comparison. Analytics. Metricool offers detailed insights across all of their platforms. Loomly's are a little bit more basic. The analytics that I can get from Metricool allow me to really create targeted campaigns and see what my competitors are doing. I can track what my competitors are posting, what's performed the best for them, how often they post, how their reach do. I can see all of that. So there's no more throwing spaghetti at the wall. The analytics for me are bar none with Metricool. Again, as I mentioned before, the inbox management. Metricool's unified inbox means that I never miss a comment or a message. Loomly does have this capability, but it's not quite as seamless as Metricool's is. Automation. So Metricool's auto lists keep content running without manual effort. Loomly does not have this feature at the time of this recording. And then pricing. Metricool is affordable for the value that you get, especially at scale. On Loomly, it can increase very quickly. And I want to say too, it's not just about the features. It's about finding a tool that fits with your business. And for me, again, that was Metricool. For my clients, I use Metricool's Planner to schedule out content across Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Google My Business. I can customize posts for every platform, see the best times to post. I can even use auto lists for evergreen content, and they have an AI feature built right in so you can use AI to make tweaks to your social media platforms as you are the content. So nothing is going to be exactly the same between all platforms, and you can have that little robot sitting on your shoulder helping you create the content. Well, if you're listening to this and you're saying, what is this unified inbox? So that means I can reply to comments and DMs from all platforms in just one place. I don't have to actually go in and click the LinkedIn tab or anything like that. It's all in one place, and it saves me time and helps me and my team make sure that we never miss a message. I can create detailed reports for my clients that show what's working, where we're growing, and how we're reaching their audience. It also allows me to customize every single report so it's in that customer's branding, has their logos on it. I can white label things for other companies. The analytics dashboard and reporting system is absolutely phenomenal, and it really helps me take my presentations to that next step. So, should you switch to Metricool, right? That's the $1,000,000 question. And if you're just starting out and need basic scheduling, Loomly might be the right fit for you. But if you are managing multiple clients, if you want to have the best insights and you need a tool that actually saves you time, Metricool, hands down, is the way to go. I'll drop a link in the show notes where you can check it out for yourself. I do have a free 30-day trial to their premium feature if you use the code Katie30. And as always, if you have any questions about how to use Metricool or want to know how it could work for your business, please shoot me a DM. All right, thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next episode. Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. I hope you're leaving with valuable insights and the inspiration to lead your market. If you've enjoyed our time together and found today's podcast episode useful, I have a small favor to ask of you. Please hit that subscribe button to stay updated with the latest episodes. And if you know someone who could benefit from these episodes, maybe a fellow business leader or an aspiring entrepreneur, go ahead and share this episode with them. Let's spread the knowledge and grow together. Also, I'd love to hear from you and continue the conversation beyond the podcast. Visit me at katiebrinkley.com to connect, to find more resources, or just to share your journey. And be sure to pick up your copy of my new book, The Social Shift, at katiebrinkley.com/book. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Katie Brinkley, and I can't wait to dive into more strategies and stories with you on the next episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. Let's keep on taking your marketing to new heights.